In the invisible, almost intangible realm of networks, servers, and endless streams of data flowing across continents in milliseconds, cyberintelligence, or CYBINT, exists as both vigilant guardian and discerning observer, seeking to understand threats before they emerge, anticipating attacks that could disrupt nations, corporations, and critical infrastructures, and translating the ethereal pulses of the digital world into knowledge that can prevent harm and guide action. Unlike traditional forms of intelligence, which rely on human presence, observation of physical objects, or interactions in the tangible world, CYBINT operates entirely within an abstract dimension of code, virtual communication, and digital traces, where hackers, state actors, and organized cybercriminals leave fingerprints embedded in binary, packets of data, and encrypted transmissions, all traversing the boundless architecture of cyberspace. Every fragment of data, every anomalous login, every imperceptible deviation in network behavior carries meaning, a clue, or a signal. It is the task of trained analysts to detect these subtleties, to interpret them in context, and to convert ephemeral digital noise into actionable intelligence. In the realm of CYBINT, patterns emerge where others see only chaos, intent is revealed where others detect randomness, and every anomaly may contain the blueprint of a strategy, a plan, or a threat. The domain is one of infinite velocity and scale, where malicious activity can appear and vanish in milliseconds, leaving only the faintest digital trace, demanding continuous vigilance, adaptive reasoning, and the most sophisticated analytical tools to capture, interpret, and act upon it. The discipline is as much art as it is science. Analysts engage in the painstaking reconstruction of malware, tracing its propagation through networks, dissecting its code to understand capabilities, identifying vulnerabilities it exploits, and mapping the architecture of the systems it infiltrates with a precision reminiscent of cartographers charting unknown lands. They study social engineering campaigns with equal rigor, monitoring communications, phishing attempts, and manipulation of human behavior that exploits psychological and systemic vulnerabilities. Every breach, every hidden backdoor, every subtle intrusion is a signature, a deliberate act encoded within the digital environment, waiting to be deciphered by minds capable of understanding the interplay between technology, behavior, and intent. CYBINT is a battlefield without walls, without defined borders, and without conventional lines of engagement. Attacks may originate from distant continents, traverse networks undetected, target critical infrastructure, and disappear before detection, leaving behind only subtle indicators accessible to those equipped with both knowledge and vigilance. Intelligence in this domain requires not only mastery of technology but also anticipation of the evolving tactics, techniques, and procedures of adversaries. Analysts must predict where vulnerabilities may emerge, how attackers might exploit them, and how defenses can be adapted to counter both known and unforeseen threats. Cyberintelligence is not merely reactive or defensive, it is anticipatory, proactive, and strategic, converting the intangible signals of the digital world into insight that protects systems, preserves information integrity, and safeguards societies reliant upon interconnected networks. In control rooms, cyber command centers, and secure operations hubs, teams of analysts sit before cascading streams of code, network diagrams, and logs of system activity, monitoring the invisible pulse of nations, corporations, and critical services. They translate these signals into actionable knowledge, identifying threats before they materialize, recognizing patterns that foreshadow attacks, and tracing networks of actors who operate in the shadows of cyberspace. Every decision they make, every alert they generate, every recommendation they provide may have consequences not only locally but globally, influencing economic stability, national security, and the continuity of vital services. CYBINT reveals that intelligence can no longer be bounded by physical geography, it now thrives in the invisible dimension of cyberspace. Where mastery of digital infrastructure, analytical foresight, and human judgment intersect, the discipline continues to evolve alongside the technologies it seeks to understand. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, automated threat detection, and predictive analytics augment human capabilities, allowing analysts to process volumes of data previously unimaginable, to detect patterns in milliseconds that would otherwise take days to recognize, and to anticipate actions with unprecedented speed. Yet technology alone is insufficient. The insight, intuition, and experience of analysts remain critical to interpret context, assess intent, and determine significance, reminding us that behind every code fragment, every network anomaly, every cyber footprint, there exists human decision-making, strategy, and purpose. CYBINT exemplifies the fusion of technology and intellect, the convergence of human reasoning with automated analysis, and the transformation of abstract, invisible signals into practical understanding. It demonstrates that in the modern world, intelligence is not confined to borders, offices, or human observation. It is embedded in the very fabric of the digital environment, flowing along networks, transmitted through systems, and encoded in data that speaks to those who know how to listen. The field demands relentless vigilance, precise reasoning, and constant adaptation, as attackers innovate. Networks expand, and the digital ecosystem grows ever more complex. Ultimately, CYBINT is about perceiving the imperceptible, understanding the intangible, and translating the ceaseless motion of the cyber world into knowledge that informs decisions, protects critical assets, and ensures resilience in an interconnected, rapidly evolving society. From the invisible streams of data that crisscross continents to the minute anomalies buried in logs and traffic flows, cyber intelligence illuminates the hidden rhythms of digital activity, deciphers the intent of actors who move unseen, and transforms ephemeral signals into the strategic foresight necessary for survival, security, and the maintenance of order in a world defined as much by information as by geography.